We talked early in the week on Monday about just play the next play. Just worry about winning the next play. And that was kind of our theme all week, was just to win the play. Don't worry about if we have a winning streak or all that other stuff. We just wanted to win the next play and not play to lose, but just play the next play to win the play. And if we did that, we thought we'd end up executing well enough to have an opportunity to win and not get caught up in all the other stuff. And it started on Monday at practice and went through the whole week. That was the best week of prep we've had. And if a play got messed up, we started it over and redid the play so that we could have a perfect play. And that was our whole focus this week, is to make sure that we had perfect plays so that when we come out here on Saturday, we could just execute. And we knew it was going to be tough. There was going to be adversity. That's a good football team. And early in the third quarter, they stopped us, took it down and got a field goal, and they had us a little bit. And we made great adjustments. I credit our coaching staff, both sides of the ball. Great adjustments, and then credit our guys how they play. We just play so extremely hard. It's not always perfect, but we play really hard, we play really fast, and we have a lot of fun out there, and it was fun to be doing that at homecoming. So I'll answer any questions.
You said on Monday that your team was going to be a grinded-out type of team this year. That epitomized exactly what you were talking about.
Absolutely, especially when we got into the fourth quarter. We finally started to crease some of those bigger runs. You know, I ended up, what did we run for, 250 maybe or 240? But we were able to finally pop a few of those big runs. And when you can run the football, especially against a team like Southern that is going to blitz you a lot and play man coverage, you know, it helps so much because you can pop a big play, and we were able to do that a few times.
What did you guys do with the passing game at halftime? Kind of struggled going into the locker room, and then things kind of took off in the second half.
Well, a couple things. One, I'm glad we took the shots in the first half vertically, because at least it loosened those guys up a little bit. We can't just be a dink and dunk team. We've got to take some vertical shots. I know we got a couple of pass interferences, so even if that helped, it was big. And then they blitz us. We make the big play with Crockett down the sideline on the wheel route against the blitz. They blitz us. We make the big play with Trevor. And there's a guy that stepped up. Trevor Gephardt stepped up unbelievably well today. And then we make the big play on the blitz against Ilias. So people are going to bring pressure until we can prove we can beat people in the passing game, and we were able to make some big plays.
How would you categorize him? He's a senior. He's been around a while. That's a career long for him.
I was happy for him. I couldn't have been more proud of a guy that has been with us. I told him in the offseason, I said, in 2011, Trevor, I'll never forget the game at Northern Iowa. You were the best receiver on the field at Northern Iowa that day, and he had a field day, if you guys remember that. He played really well, and I said, that's a Trevor we've got to see as you get into your senior year. Well, he finally had some opportunities, and what a big-time play in a critical situation.
How close to say you would play is perfect today? If you practice perfect, would you say how close to perfection were you today?
Well, we've got to clean a few areas up, but against a good football team like Southern, you're not going to be perfect, and we grinded it out just like we talk about, but we were able to, some of those 2 and 3 yard runs in the third, late in the third and fourth, turned into 10 to 12 to the big play, and that enabled us defensively to get off the field.
Talk about this defense, 3 points in the second half, none in the fourth quarter again. Why are they able, as the game goes on, able to shut teams down like that?
Well, I think they're able to see what the formations are, see what the plays are. There's not a lot of different plays that you run in the fourth quarter after you've seen them in the first and second quarter. So our guys, we've got a lot of great seniors and guys that have played a lot of football, so they're used to seeing those plays, and so they kind of understand how to defend them. The screen pass was something we knew they were going to run a couple of them, but they ran quite a few of them, and they got us on a couple. But I thought our guys did a really good job, especially in that middle of that third quarter on. We made a few stops at critical times, and Matt called a good game of blitzing them out of some things on third and short.
Chris, when you were up 24-10 early fourth quarter, what were your thoughts when they went for the field goal instead of the first down?
Well, they've got a great field goal kicker, and he's got a tremendous leg, and I think they wanted to say, hey, we've got points, and they probably felt they could stop us and then get another possession back. And, if they get a score and then get a 2-point conversion, they potentially get it closer. So, and maybe says something about our defense, too, that take points when you can get it.
What happened to Bottling?
AC separation, shoulder, I believe.
And was Albers in the game because of that, on the touchdown play?
Well, I didn't pay attention if he was in specifically on that, but Albers has been playing a lot. But he and Jeff Ilias played a lot more once Kevin got hurt.
Carson's pass to Albers. Touchdown pass, push up 24 to 10.
I got to remember that. I was probably making an adjustment on defense. I don't recall it.
Back corner of the end zone. They didn't review it and just
Was that to Albers or was that to Ilias? I can't remember. Review was down. From what I understand, you guys may know more than I do. Review was up, then it was down. Did they not review that play? It was close. They couldn't review it. So it was a big-time throw and catch, obviously. Lucas has got tremendous hands, and Lucas continues to step up for us. And probably Kevin may be down for a couple weeks. Lucas has really he's an excellent receiving tight end.
What did you hear from Rob before the game, and what did you see to say he was ready to go?
Oh, he probably thought he could give us 15 to 25 plays. If nothing else, we thought we could stretch the field with him and try to at least take a couple of shots. We knew they were going to play man coverage. What we weren't sure of is if they were going to play press man or if they were going to play off. And they played a lot of press man, and so it enabled us to have to take some shots.